Oh, they smiled at your weakness, laughed behind masks you never noticed. Every compliment was a blade. Every word is a trap. You thought they were allies, but they were predators in tailored suits. You felt it first, in the silence. A pause too long, a glance too sharp. That itch in your gut that whispers, something is wrong. You ignored it. You trusted me. You believed in the illusion. And now, the illusion is burning. They made a mistake, thinking you were blind. Thinking you were fragile. Thinking you were a page to write their lies on. But shadows aren't empty. Shadows watch. Shadows remember. And you are the shadow they forgot. Anger tastes like fire in your veins. It's raw. It's electric. You want to scream. You want to shatter. But patience is sharper than rage. Patience waits. And when it strikes, it doesn't ask for forgiveness. It doesn't apologize. It consumes. Look at them. Really look. The cracks in their smiles. The tremor in their confidence. Every little flaw they thought you would never see. You see it. You catalog it. You wait. And every second they underestimate you is a second closer to reckoning. The world taught you to be small, taught you to bend, taught you to nod and smile while others took what should have been yours. But that world underestimated you. That world didn't know how deep the hunger runs. That world didn't count on the fire already burning in your bones. Every word they whispered was a trap. Every smile is a shadow with teeth. They coated their lies in charm. Sweet words, tiny favors. They fed you scraps of trust while hiding daggers in the folds. You believed, you obeyed, and they laughed quietly. Do you feel it? That tightening in your chest when memory hits? The moment you realized the kindness was camouflage, the advice was venom. They didn't want you to rise, they wanted you to kneel, and every second you missed the truth, they tasted victory. You've been poisoned with doubt, with hesitation, with every you can't they ever breathed, and it sank into your bones like ice. But here's the thrill. They underestimated what poison can do when it turns inside out. You don't die from it. You've watched them flinch at shadows you command. You've seen them fear the eyes that observe without trust. And that fear, that trembling, it's not the poison, it's the antidote awakening. The poison made you wise, made you vigilant, made you dangerous. Remember their faces when they thought you naive, when they thought your loyalty was blind. Every smile they gave you now tastes bitter. Every word now echoes. And in that echo there's a promise, a reckoning, a storm they will never see coming. So let them feed you lies a little longer. Let them weave the threads of their arrogance. Each stitch is a rope for their own unraveling. And you are the fire ready to pull the loom from beneath them. You are the truth they never learned to recognize. You are chaos, waiting politely. Your silence is louder than their screams. They never see it coming. The pause in your words, the weight behind your gaze, it unsettles them. They thought control was theirs. They thought your stillness meant weakness. It doesn't. It means strategy. It means power lurking beneath patience. Fear is subtle. It creeps into their chest like smoke. They feel it before they name it. Every glance you don't return, every step you measure, every calm breath you take while their chaos rattles their teeth. They sense it, and they hate it. They hate that you exist outside their rules. You've been underestimated too long. They assume you bend, you break, you bow, but shadows bend nothing. Shadows absorb, shadows watch, and from the darkness, you learn what they dare not show. Every flaw, every hesitation, every fear, cataloged, stored, remembered. Do you feel it? The thrill of invisibility, the power in being seen but not known. They scramble for control, clawing for certainty, but you've mastered uncertainty. You move in silence, you strike in thought, and by the time they realize your presence, the moment is already gone, the damage is done. Let them underestimate the quiet, let them mock the calm, let them whisper behind closed doors while you sharpen. Each misjudgment is fuel. Each doubt they cast upon you becomes a tool of dominance. The shadows are not empty. They are alive. They remember everything. And when you finally step forward, when you finally act, their fear will be absolute. They will see a storm in your eyes. They will feel a predator in your stillness. And they will finally know the shadow they ignored was never just a shadow. It was a force waiting to remind them of who underestimated it. Pain is a spark. Anger is gasoline. You've carried both quietly, waiting for the right moment. Every slight, every dismissal, every sneer, they've been stacking wood for your fire. And now, the flames are licking your veins. You feel them. You hunger for them. They thought they could break you. Thought every insult, every betrayal, every glance of doubt would bend your spirit. But they don't know that fire lives inside you. It doesn't consume you. It refines you, sharpens you, turns every scar into armor, every wound into a weapon. Do you feel it rising? The heat behind your eyes, the pulse in your jaw, the tension in your fists. That's not just anger. That's life recalibrating itself around your power. That's every weak moment you endured, transforming into dominance, into motion, into chaos that cannot be ignored. Let the world underestimate you a little longer. Let them watch you smile while the storm gathers. Every slight becomes fuel. Every doubt becomes a spark. And with every heartbeat, every step you take, the fire grows. It's no longer just rage, it's hunger. A hunger for more respect, more fear, more control. They'll try to mock it. They'll try to laugh it off. But fire doesn't ask permission. Fire doesn't beg for attention. Fire moves silently until the world feels its heat. And when they do, they will remember the moment they laughed at the ember. So let the bones ache. Let the chest tighten. Let the blood boil. Because pain and anger are your allies now. They are fuel you carry like a blade. And when you finally strike, they will feel it in every memory, every miscalculation, every thought they ever had about underestimating you. You are fire. You are relentless. You are rising. They thought their masks would hide them, thought their lies would protect them. But masks are fragile. They slip. They crack. And every crack reveals the truth they worked so hard to bury. You see it. You always saw it. Do you feel the thrill? The quiet rush when illusions shatter around you? It's intoxicating. Every fake smile, every rehearsed word, every hidden agenda, they are exposed in the light of your gaze. And they can't hide. Not from you. Not anymore. They underestimated your perception. Thought your silence meant ignorance. Thought your calm meant submission. But observation is power. And power isn't loud. It's precise. It waits. It calculates. And when it strikes, it leaves no room for denial. Look closer. Every twitch, every hesitation, every forced laugh, they reveal more than words ever could. And you catalog it. Every weakness, every lie, every secret. And with each revelation, you grow stronger. You grow sharper. You grow inevitable. Let them continue wearing masks. Let them continue pretending. Each mask is a map of their vulnerability. Each lie is a thread you can pull. And when you do, the fabric of their deception unravels. Slowly, brutally, beautifully. You've become the mirror they can't bear to face. Every mask, every charade, every false move, they reflected in your eyes. And in that reflection, they will finally realize they were never in control. You were always the one who saw it all. You were always the one who waited. Order is predictable, boring, safe. Chaos. Chaos is alive. It moves, it surprises, it unsettles. And when you wield it, it becomes a weapon they can never anticipate. You are the storm they didn't plan for. Do you feel it? The thrill in uncertainty? The power in unpredictability? Every move they expect is a move you twist. Every assumption they hold is a crack you exploit. They think control is theirs, but chaos laughs at control. And now, chaos is yours. You've been measured, counted, judged, and yet here you are, fluid, sharp, untamed. The world craves rules. People crave certainty. But you manipulate the gaps. You find opportunity in disruption. You thrive where they falter. Watch them scramble. Watch their order crumble. Their panic is your applause. Their fear is your confirmation. And every step they take to restore balance is another step into the trap you've designed. You don't just move in chaos, you own it. Let them cling to logic. Let them cling to expectations. Let them whisper, this can't happen. They are wrong. Everything they rely on bends around you. Everything they trust becomes a stage for your brilliance. And when the moment comes, the reveal, it will be devastating. Chaos is not destruction. It is leverage. Precision, hidden in unpredictability. And you are the puppeteer. Every tremble, every miscalculation, every flinch, they dance without knowing the music, and you smile quietly, because this storm is yours. You thought you were broken, thought every slight, every betrayal, every shadow would define you. But here you are, rising from it. Not fragile, not fearful, not apologetic. You are rebuilt from every fracture, sharper than before. Do you feel it? The pulse of power beneath your skin. Every scar is a map. Every wound a lesson. Every insult a step towards strength. You've been forged in fire. They didn't see. And now they will witness the result. This is not recovery. This is transformation. The quiet revolution of your mind. Every doubt cast upon you becomes a brick in the fortress you now inhabit. Every sneer, every dismissal, every sneaky word fuels the architecture of your dominance. Look in the mirror. Really look. Who stares back is not who they thought, not the timid shadow they underestimated. You are calculated. You are relentless. You are danger wrapped in a smile, and every step you take echoes with the promise of reckoning. Let them continue their games. Let them continue their lies. They are nothing but props now. Each manipulation they attempt is absorbed, dismantled, turned against them. You don't react. You anticipate. You command. You conquer quietly. And when the world finally sees you, when they realize the shadow they ignored has become a storm, there will be no apology, no retreat, no denial. Only the undeniable truth. You were never theirs to control. You were always the force that would rise above. They avoid your eyes now. Funny, isn't it? The same people who once mocked you now flinch at your silence. You see everything they try to hide. The tremor in their voice, the cracks in their confidence. And every flaw they reveal becomes a thread you pull gently. You watch their bravado shrink. You notice the details others ignore. The forced calm, the restless hands, the hesitation they pray you won't detect. But you detect everything. Their weakness becomes a mirror. And in that mirror you see their fear of you growing. They tried to study you once. Thought they understood your limits. But the moment you saw through them, the game tilted. They lost the comfort of pretending. You became the quiet truth they can't swallow. And with each passing day, they expose more. Let them pretend they're steady. Let them hold their posture tight. You observe the flicker behind their eyes. You read the tension in their breath. You feel the unease radiating from them. They know you see them clearly now, and clarity is pressure. Their secrets used to be hidden. Now they sit on the surface, visible, fragile. They know it too. Every move they make becomes a confession. Every pause reveals another layer, and you collect each one like a strategist, sharpening his edge. And when they finally understand the truth that you've mapped their weakness better than they've mapped themselves, they'll realize the shift. The balance has changed. They aren't analyzing you anymore. You're the one dissecting them, patiently, quietly, completely. Your name carries weight now. Quiet weight. The kind that makes conversations shift when you walk in. They try to act calm, but you see the flicker in their posture. Reputation isn't noise, it's pressure. It's the whisper that travels faster than truth, and every deed they dismissed before now returns to strike them with clarity. Obsession is a blade, sharp, cold, precise. You let it live in your mind, shaping every thought, every move. They call focus patience, you call it control. Every second they breathe, every step they take feeds the pattern you are weaving, and when it snaps, it will be absolute, unstoppable, undeniable. You've seen the truth, you've felt the fire, but this is only the beginning. Watch every second, because the next part will hit harder, cut deeper, and make you see the world and yourself differently. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your spark, your strength, your story. This video exists because of you, the ones who refuse to bow, who refuse to be underestimated. You are the storm, and the world will remember your name. Aha. They laughed at you, quietly. Not the loud, obvious kind of laughter, the kind that seeps into your bones, the kind that makes you doubt if you exist. They didn't know you were listening. They didn't know you were learning. Every whispered insult, every sideways glance, Every you can't they tossed like a knife. It didn't break you, it forged you. It made you sharper, closer to the edge, closer to seeing clearly. You were a shadow in their world, but shadows remember. Shadows wait, shadows strike. And oh, when they notice, it's too late. Do you feel it? That itch at the back of your skull. That heat that rises when the world underestimates you. They built fences. They put locks. They made rules. You saw them all. Every cage, every chain, every stay in your lane. And you smiled. Not the kind of smile they expected. Not the polite, nervous, bend over and nod smile. No, you smiled because you were taking notes. You smiled because their ignorance was a canvas. And you were about to paint. With fire, with shadows, with sharp edges they couldn't even imagine. Every no they whispered became a ladder. Every doubt, every sneer, a tool. You didn't just survive. You were learning how to take the stage they thought was too bright for you. The world has a rhythm, slow, predictable, safe. They float along, thinking comfort is the same as control. You don't float. You tremble. You sting. You hum with electricity they can't feel. They see a person. You see a weapon. Every detail of their complacency is a blueprint. Every weakness, a crack you'll exploit. And the beautiful part, they still don't know you exist. Not yet. They think you're quiet, small, ordinary. They think you sleep, but you're awake. You've been awake for a long time, watching, waiting, counting. And when the moment comes, oh, when it comes, it won't be gentle. It won't be polite. It will hit hard. You've carried their doubts like armor. You've swallowed their insults and turned them into fuel. Every rejection you've faced, every door that slammed in your face, every person who told you you'll never, has been stored, not as memory, not as pain, but as ammunition. You're heavy now, heavy with purpose, the kind of weight that bends rooms, the kind of presence that makes them look twice. And they will see you, and for the first time, they will feel it. That moment of recognition, the bite of reality, that little spark they ignored, has grown. You are quiet now, observing, calculating, learning the rhythm of the world they assume is theirs. Every small victory they ignore, you notice. Every hidden advantage you take. The cracks in their calm you wedge open. The laughter they gave you, stored, twisted, ready. Because what they call chaos, what they call madness, you call clarity. The world is loud, the world is messy. But you are the storm, the quiet before it breaks, the thing that lurks behind the smile they ignore. And when it comes, when you step forward, it will be a name, a signal, something that cannot be unseen. They will try to explain you. They will fail. They will whisper about your methods, about your choices, about your gaze. They will never see the truth. The truth is not something they understand. It is not something they are allowed to touch. It lives in the cracks, in the margins. In the darkness between the lights they built, you are the truth they didn't want, the anomaly, the ripple that becomes a wave. And right now, you are invisible. But tomorrow they will know your name. Not quietly, not politely. They will know. Every legend begins here. Not with applause, not with recognition, not with safety. They begin in the shadows, in the silence, in the corners where nobody looks. They begin with anger turned inward, pain sharpened like a blade, rejection turned into fuel. You are that legend. Quiet, patient, dangerous, waiting for the moment when the world finally has no choice. The moment when your name cannot be ignored. And that moment is coming. Silence isn't safe. Silence isn't calm. It's a cage, a weight pressing on your chest. You feel it, don't you? That quiet that hums like a warning. That emptiness that isn't empty at all. It's alive, watching, judging, waiting to see if you'll crack. They call it peace. You call it tension. Every breath counts. Every heartbeat is a reminder. The world has slowed down around you, but not you. You pulse. You simmer. You itch. Every quiet second builds energy, sharp as glass, ready to cut. Look around. They're blind. They think the quiet is your surrender. They think nothing is stirring behind your calm. How small they are. How slow. They never see the storm gathering inside. Every ignored glance, every whispered slight, every invisible shove, the pressure piles. You're carrying it, absorbing it, folding it into your core. And what they call restraint, you call preparation. Every moment of waiting is a hammer shaping you. Every second they underestimate you tightens the coil. The pressure grows. Until one day, it snaps. Pressure doesn't ask. Pressure doesn't negotiate. Pressure doesn't forgive. It teaches. It shapes. It reveals. You've felt it in every sleepless night, every restless thought, every stomach tight with unspoken fury. You've danced along the edge of it, and now you know. Pressure is not an enemy. It's the lens that sharpens vision, the fire that hones instincts, the dark whisper that says they can't hold you back forever. And when you finally move, oh, it won't be gentle. The release will be explosive, unmistakable. They will flinch. They will stumble. And you will step through, forged, untouchable by hesitation. Notice it, the silence that suffocates them, the calm they cherish. That's their weakness. That's the space you occupy. It's waiting for someone to act, and you know you will. You've spent too long quiet, too long patient, too long underestimated. The pressure is now your ally. It bends you, twists you, makes you more. Every second of stillness adds velocity to your strike. Every ignored warning becomes momentum. And when it comes, when you break, the world will feel it before it sees it. You've been shaping yourself in shadows, folding every ounce of frustration, every bitter truth into steel. They will not recognize what you've become. They will call it chaos, madness, insanity. Let them cling to their fragile interpretations. They cannot contain what they cannot understand. They will never see the strategy. They will only see the result that moves like smoke and hits like fire. Pressure whispers secrets to those who listen. It exposes weakness. It amplifies hunger. It ignites instincts. You hear it. You feel it. And now, you are ready to twist it, ready to wield it, ready to step into a world that never noticed you and make them notice. Not politely, not softly, but with force, with clarity, with the kind of energy that burns through silence and leaves nothing the same. Look, really look. Not the polite glance, not the surface level reflection. Look until your eyes sting, until you see every lie you've told yourself, every compromise, every half step, every mask you've worn to survive. The mirror doesn't lie. It doesn't soften. It doesn't care about excuses. It shows you everything you try to hide, and it will hurt. Sharp, brutal, like teeth scraping bone, but good, necessary. Because until you face it, until you meet the real weight of yourself, you remain small, hidden, predictable. Pain is not optional here. It's the only way forward. Every flaw you discover, every failure that flashes back, every hesitation you've tolerated, take it, name it, study it, burn it into memory, because those same weaknesses, they can be weapons, and they will be. But first, you must bleed a little. Let the mirror cut deep. Let it mock you. Let it expose the parts you've hidden, even from yourself. And when it does, smile. A small, crooked smile, because that's when the work begins. The part that separates the quiet from the dangerous, the ordinary from the unforgettable. They told you to accept yourself. They said, just be who you are. How naive. How soft. How predictable. Who you are isn't enough. Not yet. Not for what's coming. The mirror shows the cracks, the edges, the fire buried under the skin, the parts that scream for release. Those parts, they are gold. They are chaos. They are tools waiting to be wielded. Every hesitation you've nursed, every fear you've ignored, every weakness you've tolerated, all of it becomes fuel. Fuel for the rise that will not ask permission. Look closer. See the rage. See the hunger. See the pieces of yourself that nobody dared to touch. They are yours now. Not shameful, not regrettable, but precise, calculated, dangerous. The reflection is not a judge. It is a mentor. Harsh, relentless, truthful. And when you finally stop flinching at it, when you finally stop begging for approval from your own image, you become something else. Something sharp. Something unpredictable. Something they cannot measure. The mirror is patient. It waits. It knows you will come. That one day, you will stare long enough to see yourself fully. Not just the surface, not the convenient masks, not the version they smiled at, but the raw, jagged, beautiful self that has been hiding in plain sight. That self is hungry. That self is clever. That self remembers every slight, every insult, every ignored promise the world made to you. And that self will act. Look around. Everyone is small. Not physically, mentally, spiritually. They bend, they bow, they wait for permission, and they get none. They follow the script. They obey the invisible rules. They never question. You don't follow. You carve. You cut. You break the script in half and smile while it burns. Respect isn't given. It's earned with teeth, with fire, with audacity that makes people flinch. And you are about to become that flinch, that pause in their rhythm, that moment they cannot swallow. You've watched the timid, the polite, the careful. And you've laughed quietly, inside, where they cannot hear. You know the truth. Nobody admires the ordinary. Nobody fears the careful. The world bows only to those who demand attention, who step in with weight, with purpose, with clarity that cuts. And you, oh, you are learning how to carry weight like it's a crown. You are learning to move like presence itself follows your shadow. To speak like words can break walls, to act like the ground trembles at intention alone. They will try to diminish you. Every glance, every whisper, every forced smile meant to keep you small. Let them think you are fragile. Let them assume weakness, because they have no idea the engine burning inside you. Every insult, every dismissal, it's fuel. It sharpens your edge. It polishes the weapon you've been hiding beneath the skin. When you finally step into the light, when you finally make them see, they will remember nothing else but the force of your arrival. Presence is not charm. Presence is not etiquette. Presence is hunger made visible. Presence is someone who moves without permission, whose gaze breaks the pattern, whose voice commands attention without asking. And you are learning to carry that presence like a blade. Every step you take is deliberate. Every pause, precise. Every glance, calculated. The world is predictable, but you are not. You are a storm contained in a body, a tension in the air. And when they finally notice, it will be too late to look away. There is power in being seen, not casually, not kindly. Power in being unavoidable. People forget kindness. They forget to compromise. They remember the ones who make them look twice, who make them hesitate, who made them question what they thought they understood. You are going to be that question, that pause in certainty, that presence that refuses to be ignored. And when the world finally tilts its head toward you, you will smile, not softly, not humbly, but with teeth, with intent, with chaos barely restrained. They will learn quickly that the quiet one, the ignored one, the shadow in the corner, has become the force they didn't see coming. Respect will no longer be optional. Attention will no longer be denied. Fear, fascination, awe, it will follow. And you will move through it all, deliberate, sharp, untamed, because the world only respects what refuses to remain small. And now it is watching you rise. Pain isn't punishment. Pain isn't cruel. Pain is sharp. Pain is honest. Pain doesn't whisper sweet lies to make you comfortable. Pain rips the truth from your chest and slaps it onto the table. And you've felt it. Every failure, every cut, every moment they laughed when you stumbled, every door that slammed in your face. Pain has been tutoring you, shaping you, preparing you. The world wants you soft. Pain makes you sharp. The difference is all that matters. Remember it. The nights you couldn't sleep, the hours you spent questioning yourself, the bitter taste in your mouth when someone dismissed you. That's education. That's the grind. That's the fire-forging weapons where fear once lived. And you learned. Oh, you learned. You learned to bend without breaking, to survive without surrendering, to take every hit and store it like a secret. Every bruise is a lesson, every scar a syllabus. And now, you're fluent in the language most refuse to speak. Most people run from pain. They scream, they hide, they soften, they make excuses, but not you. You stare it down. You let it crawl under your skin. You let it whisper its cruel truths. And then you convert it into precision, into cunning, into an energy that shakes rooms. Pain is not the enemy of the bold. Pain is their map, their compass, their blade. Without it, you wander. With it, you strike. With it, you become the moment everyone remembers. It teaches patience. It teaches cunning. It teaches hunger. When the world tells you to stop, when every instinct screams to fold, pain says, look closer. Pain says, dig deeper. Pain says this is not the end. And you listen. You listen because you know there is no shortcut. There is no soft path to the top. Pain is the tuition, the cost of the throne. And when you finally emerge from it, oh, the world will feel the weight of what you have carried, what you have survived, and what you have sharpened into existence. They will never understand it. The ones who look away, the ones who cling to comfort, they will call you reckless. They will call you mad. They will think you suffer unnecessarily. Let them. Their ignorance is part of the advantage. They will never see the method in your chaos. They will never feel the fuel coursing through your veins. The pain that builds, shapes, strengthens. They will only see the outcome, the strike, the moment your presence refuses to be ignored. You made it this far, and that means something. You're not like the rest. You're awake. You're hungry. You're ready. What you just felt. That's only the beginning. Every second ahead holds more fire, more truths, more chaos that will sharpen you. Watch it all. Absorb it. And when it ends, leave your mark. Drop a comment. Speak your truth. Let the world know you were here, because this is your awakening, your rise. And every second you spend hesitating is a second the world forgets to notice your name. But you are different. You are the pulse they can't ignore, the energy that refuses to fade. And for that, I salute you. You are the storm. You are the legend in motion. And this journey, it's only getting louder, only getting darker, only getting real. Stay, watch, comment, rise.